Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Amy, I am Louise. Today I am going to show you how to sanitize your makeup. This is something really important for not only makeup artists but like personal care makeup, like your own makeup, and also if you're wanting to sell your makeup. Say you've bought an eyeshadow palette, you've used it, you don't really gravitate to it but you want to sell it on say Depop, eBay, however, even to a friend, or give it to like your sister or your mum or whatever, but it is used, you want to move it on to somebody else, you need to clean it. Do not be sending out makeup or using makeup on other people without sanitizing it. Also, please sanitize your own makeup because things happen and you don't want to get like an eye infection or anything like that. Sanitizing is very important and it's so easy. It's kind of scary how easy it is and how rarely it is used and done. Makeup artists have to do this, although I know some that don't, and it's just like, ugh. Please sanitize your makeup. Now I've finished with the rant. You only need one thing, which is amazing. In this little bottle, I know it looks like what, but this is actually, well, in the UK we call it surgical spirit. We have two types of surgical spirit. You have the DIY like stuff that you use to like take paint off of like paint brushes, and then you have the medical surgical spirit, which is what this is. You can get from Superdrug, Boots, places like that. In America it's called isopropyl alcohol or rubbing alcohol. You want the highest you can get, around 90% isopropyl alcohol. It is clear, it's pretty cheap. You can get, I don't have a bottle of it. This is not isopropyl alcohol, but you can get a bottle of this size from Superdrug for I think about £2.50, which is not bad. Boots do bigger bottles for about £4, £5 for I think it's like 500ml. I put it in a little spray bottle just because it's easier. I have a spray bottle in my makeup kit and I also have a spray bottle for my personal kit because I do this for all my products religiously. When it is my kit, I use it after every client. Anything that I use gets sanitized. My brushes, everything, lipsticks, eyeshadows, powders, everything gets sanitized. For my personal stuff, I will use it either after every time I use it. For like my eyeshadows, I'll do it every time I use it. For stuff that I use every day, I'll do it maybe twice a week, and it is the easiest thing. All you have to do, get a spray bottle. This one is from Superdrug. I think it was like £1.50. It's just an empty bottle. Take whatever it is. This is the same stuff you use when you're repressing powders, which is why I'm remembering that I did the video where I fixed this highlighter. All you do is take it and spray it. Make sure it's got a really good spray and then leave it on the side to dry. It'll take a couple of minutes. This is also good for spot cleaning your brushes. If you don't have ISO clean, which I always have in my kit anyway, to spot clean brushes, but if I've run out or I forgot it, this stuff works. I do this for everything. So this is my cream bronzer from Primark. Give it a spray, set it down to dry. Eyeshadow palettes, same thing. Take it, give it a spray. This will not ruin your eyeshadows. This, because it's so high in alcohol, it will evaporate, it will sanitize and evaporate off of the powders. Now, if you're somebody like me who wants to see palettes looking really nice and clean all the time, spray it. Take a cloth. This one's a little bit dirty because I've just been cleaning. Take something flat, completely flat, and drape it over the top. Usually I actually use disinfecting wipes, like bleach wipes, but I don't have any at the minute. And all you're gonna do is rub, and you can see the makeup comes off here, and it doesn't, because this is flat, it doesn't actually go into the eyeshadows, it just cleans the palette itself, like the component. So I will do it again. This is my W7 Huda dupe. Give it a spray and then get my cloth and just wipe on over. This is gonna get rid of any product. Like, look at that, this part was clean of this cloth. You can see now the shadows are clean, they are sanitized, and the palette is clean and sanitized. This way, if I say I was going to pull this out to work on a client, they have no idea this has ever been used. And within a minute, 2 minutes, depending on how much you sprayed it, these palettes are good to use. And there's no damage to them whatsoever. Like, they work exactly the same. So yeah, I'm going through all my stuff right now to clean it. Sunset Horizons, you can see, like, particularly around the blue, that there is makeup around there. I'm gonna make a mess and just kind of put some eyeshadow around the palette just so that you can see. I'm gonna spray it and then get my cloth. I'm gonna even get a clean section so that you can see. So this is it before. Okay, I've cleaned it. You can see how beautiful and clean that is. I'm gonna swatch these in just a second just so that I can show you, but if I grab this was actually way dirtier than I actually thought. Like, look at that. That is disgusting. I didn't realise it was that dirty. Like this. Oh, that is wild. That's just from using my palette as normal. Like, that is a lot. But if I go into a couple of these shades, let's have a look. Now these are dry, they've been sat for a second. Look at that, like my finger was dirty for the orange one, but they work exactly the same as they did before I cleaned it. And this is what I love. Like, you've cleaned your products, but they're not getting ruined. If you put water or anything in your powder products, they will be ruined. But this, you do not have that worry. Also, for the mirrors in my palettes, I don't really use them. I do like to keep them clean. I use window lean and kitchen roll to clean the mirrors. I've run out. I'm going to the shop after this video to stock up on bleach wipes and stuff, but I wanted to get this video filmed, and I'm sure you all know how to use window lean. Okay, so I've shown you powders, I've shown you my cream bronzer. This works for everything, by the way. So I'm going to take a lipstick. This is my Kat Von D Marigold. Lift it all the way up. If this looks a bit grubby on like the slanted area, you can just kind of rub it on some kitchen roll. I'm going to take my lipstick that's brought all the way up, take my alcohol, spray the entire area, and then sit it down, still wound up, on a desk. Leave it for a minute. Leave it. It will dry. It will not ruin the lipstick. It will do amazingly. I've swatched it just here, and I'll swatch it again in a second so you can see that there is no difference in the colour, payoff, or anything like that. Same thing for pencils. So I'm going to swatch this. Where can I swatch this? I'm going to swatch this pencil. I don't know if you can see. Right there. And then I'm going to sanitize it, and I'll show you what it's like once it's sanitized. So to sanitize pencils, you're gonna need a sharpener. After every use of a pencil that I use on a client, I will sharpen it with a sanitized sharpener, and you can use this stuff as well just to sanitize it. That's not a problem at all. Okay, so I've sharpened my pencil. I'm just gonna give it a spray. Give it a second, it'll dry, it'll evaporate, and it'll work just as before. Okay, so my lipstick has dried. I'm going to swatch it right next to it. So this one on this side is the swatch before I sanitized, and the one closest to my thumb is the one after sanitizing. You cannot see any sort of difference at all. Like, there is no difference. My lip liner is now okay, same with the lip pencil. So the one closest to my knuckle was before sanitizing, and the one further down is after sanitizing. There is no difference. There is no difference whatsoever. It is amazing how it works. Like, it works. Okay, so that is everything for today. This literally works on every kind of makeup. Doesn't matter what it is, this works on everything. I use this to clean my palettes. I use this to sanitize all my makeup. This is an essential for makeup artists, but it's also, I believe, essential for the everyday makeup wearer. If you don't have a bottle of this to use, okay, maybe don't do it as often as a makeup artist would, but once a week, sanitize your products. Trust me, you will appreciate it when you are not getting eye infections and things like that. I also do it on my mascara wand. I will literally take my, where is it? Here it is. So this is the mascara that I use most of the time. I will literally just take it out once or twice a week, give it a spray, and I'll just sit like this for a minute, let that alcohol do its thing, evaporate, and then put it back in, and then I know I am good to go. I hate the idea of getting like eye infections or anything. I wear contacts, I wear lashes a lot. I do not want to make any, like, I just don't want to deal with that. I do not want any sort of, I don't want to chance anything basically, and I'm not going to chance it with my clients, so why would I chance it with myself? If you don't do this, please start. Like, I'm not saying that you have to do it every day or every other day, but like once a week. It takes 2 seconds. Take your product, spray it, leave it out while you do the rest of your makeup. Honestly, you will appreciate the fact that you've got clean makeup when you go to use a palette. Plus, it's more satisfying, like opening a palette and looking at it and it looking new. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this. I hope you learned something from this. If you would like to become a patron, I do have a link in the description box below on how to become a coffee bean. And yeah, please make sure to thumbs up, comment and subscribe. I will see you on the next one. Bye.